Hey, I wanted to give a quick update. I've been playing quite a bit of God Eater Resurrection. I am still healing from all the stuff that's been going on, but I've been feeling much better the past few days, and I think a lot of it has just been managing my anxiety, knowing that I'm okay. But I've been playing it quite a bit. I want to make a really cool like melee centric build, but it doesn't seem like you get the meat of the customization aspects until much later in the game. I think I'm like halfway through the game or something. Like I don't know anything about the franchise at all, so it's like all completely new to me. All I know is that they incorporated a lot of features and mechanics from the sequel into the first one. I guess to give it better parity, so that they could release it in other countries and stuff like that. There's also been some juicy news about apparently someone let it slip that the port for God Eater 2 on PC might run at higher than 30 FPS, which would be pretty awesome because I'm sure hunting games are pretty much handheld console exclusive for the most part. I mean, Tokiden and God Eater to a lesser extent have been on console, but they all run at 30 FPS for parity with crossplay and stuff like that. So that's pretty exciting. I think that comes out about a month from now. Actually, I'll probably get it, and maybe that will be September's game, but it depends on if it's 30 FPS or not. Because if it's 30 FPS, then I would rather just get it on Vita, where I can play wherever I want. Like last year when I went to Fanime, I played a ridiculous amount of Tokiden. Like the fact that it didn't run at a really action game suitable frame rate didn't really matter because it was portable. It was such a good game. So that will probably be September's project whenever I'm done with Yukimura Den. I don't know how long that game's going to be. Now I talked to some other people in the community, and apparently I could get the Hong Kong or Chinese version of the game for $53. It's just the problem would be is that it's one of those Chinese versions where the text is actually in Chinese, which would make things difficult for me because even with my semi-limited, or I guess pretty limited Japanese knowledge, like I would not be able to use the guides at all. I would have to go in completely blind, and I think that would really make me burnt out on the game more often. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get the Japanese version. I looked; it'll be about $75. So I hope that I can come up with a good plan to maybe raise at least half of it. If I can get like $30, $40 raised, I think that'll be a pretty good spot. I'll just pay for the rest out of my pocket. I looked in they have the Asian version for $50, but from Play Asia, if you ever ordered from Play Asia, you know that the prices that they give for the stuff on there, it's probably like maybe 2/3 of what you will actually have to pay because they're all the way in Hong Kong, which means that you have to pay for expedited shipping if you want a tracking number at all. And obviously, if you're buying $80 games and consoles and all this other crazy exclusive stuff, then you want to know when and where it's coming. So it's like I looked at the price for the Asian version with the shipping. I think the shipping's like $18. It would probably only be like $5 cheaper than the digital version. So right now the plan is for me to just get the digital version. Now I did have some a little bit of brainstorming today. As you know, I have not been streaming. I've been kind of been very subdued with my video production. I do need some time to heal, and I appreciate everyone who has been very supportive of that. I need some time to kind of get back to 100%. I'd say I'm probably like 85% right now, but I have been doing some brainstorming for next month, and I think I'm gonna try to do a week of BASARA event. I have just enough BASARA games that I could probably pull that off. The main issue is that I lost my power cord and my controller. Both of those are at my friend's house in San Jose, and it's not urgent enough for me to warrant having them ship it to me. So probably maybe today I'll go and I'll buy a power cord. And luckily, the PS3 version of Sumeragi supports PS4 controllers. So that's one of the things I can do for a lineup. I was thinking of doing a week of BASARA event. I was going to do Sumeragi and also BASARA Cross apparently has been emulated in MAME. I did not know that MAME supported Atomic Wave games. For a while, there was an exclusive Atomic Wave emulator that you had to use for, like the three games that people cared about on Atomic Wave, which is Hokuto no Ken, KOF 11, and I guess to a lesser extent BASARA Cross. So I'm probably going to get the ROM for that maybe later this week. Apparently, you can get like a premium membership on MU Paradise, and you can just like clean the site out. That's probably what I'll spend the next couple days doing. I think that'll be a pretty fun event. I don't think there's going to be much of a structure to it. It's more what you guys want. I think it'll be good. If I can raise at least half of the funds towards Basara Yukimura Den, then I'll be in a much better state to do it. I really don't want to make myself broke for the month to make the game, to buy the game and make the videos. If I have to, I will. But I have to admit, it's been rough going through this transitional phase because I don't know how much I'm going to be making from Curse. I'm really not going to have a good idea of how much more or less they'll be paying me until I have a new game coming in, which is why there's so much pressure. I'm putting all this pressure on myself. I'm harder on myself than anyone else is. It's just like I feel like the ball's in my court to like really make good Yukimura Den content because that will tell me, how much more sustainable this is going to be. I did look into GameWhisk subscriptions, which is apparently like a Patreon that you can use for like Twitch streams and I guess to a lesser extent YouTube as well. I was going to look into that. If any of you guys would be interested in doing that, if I had really good perks, I could do like custom game requests or something like that. I'll have to put more thought into it. I've been busy with recovering and coming up with this whole plan to get Basara. If any of you guys would be interested in that, I think that would be another way that I could make this more sustainable. Because I have to be honest with you, I spend way, way, way more than what I make. And that's why, when I've been dealing with all this depression and stuff, sometimes I feel like just deleting the channel and disappearing. And I know people appreciate my content, so I've been putting a lot of time into kind of thinking of how I can make this more sustainable. So I'm going to go ahead and put my links in the description. That's the video for today. If I get a little farther in God Eater, I will continue to record that. If you guys would like some Odin Sphere New Game Plus gameplay, I can do that too. I played a little bit of that at the doctor's office and it kind of just got burnt out on it. I think that it's nice that they put a New Game Plus in that game. It's just that the game in itself is so long on your first playthrough, especially if you're playing on hard and trying to get the gear and stuff, that I just kind of got burnt out on it. But if people would like more footage, you can go ahead and let me know. Anyway, that's what's going on for this week. I'm going to try to come up with a solution for all this stuff very soon, maybe even this week. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. If you'd like to support me and you'd like something in return, you can go ahead and let me know here or on, I don't know if PayPal has a note option or not. I don't really know too much about it, but let me know and we'll work something out. See you guys later. Peace.